Hey guys, in this project we're going to build an Apple-like slider. Alright, so I'm sure that this looks familiar to you. You've probably seen this on Apple websites or iTunes or iOS. It's very familiar. So basically we're going to have some thumbnails down here. You click on and it's going to bring the bigger image of that product into view. Okay, and it slides nicely. It can go either way. Alright, so it's a little different than the content slider we built before. This is based on images. The other one was based on content, and we have these thumbnails, and the code is just much different. Alright, so as always, we're going to start with the HTML. Alright, so let me close this out. So I'm going to create a new folder. Looks like I have a new folder here. Alright, I'm going to rename this. I'm going to name it Thumbslider. Alright, and we got to create our files. We'll create our HTML file. And we need our CSS, our JavaScript. Okay, we'll create our style CSS file. Let's create a script file. And we're going to need a bunch of images too, so let's create the images folder. Alright, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take from the finished product. You can see our images, we have the active background. Okay, so it has this little point and we get this kind of clear, darker shade. Alright, so basically that's going to go over the current active thumbnail. Alright, then we have the panel, which is just where the buttons are, the background. Pick BG, this is basically just the picture background. It's going to repeat. The separator separates each thumbnail. And then we have the slides. Okay, so we have the big version and we have the thumbnail versions. And the big versions are actually the entire width of the slider. Alright. So what I'm going to do is just take all these and bring them over. Alright, now we can close that and let's go ahead and open the HTML file and the CSS and the JavaScript file. Alright, so we'll start with the HTML. So this is called jQuery Thumbslider. Alright, and let's link our CSS. CSS/style.css. Okay, now for our script file, source is going to be js/script.js. Okay, for the body, alright, so we're going to create the container first. And we're going to create another div called slider. So we'll give this ID slider. Alright, and we're going to have a head area. So div. Actually, I'm not going to use a div, I'll use the header tag. Okay, and in here we're going to have an H3. Okay, so that's our header. Next we'll have the slides. So div ID equals slides. And then we're going to have some divs with the class of slide. And these are going to be our images, our big images. Okay, so we're going to put img src equals img slash what I do, slides, I think they're in. Let me check it out. So we get image slides, and then we'll do slash device imac dot png, and I'm going to put the width here as well. The width should be 900, and the height should be 200. I think that's good. So I'm going to just grab this. Alright, and I'm going to do 3 more. Okay, the second image will be MacBook, and then we'll have iPhone, and then we'll have iPad. Alright, let's see what this looks like so far. Alright, so we basically just have the images stacked on top of each other, and you can see how wide they are if I go like this. Alright, so basically these are the images. That's the real size of them. Alright, so next we're going to do the menu, the navigation, the thumbnail navigation. So we're going to go after the slides div. Alright, and let's create a div with the ID of menu. Actually, let's make it HTML5 and give this, it'll be a nav tag. Alright, so in here we're going to have a UL, obviously, okay, with some LIs. So li, and then we're going to give it a class of SEP for separator, because we want to have a separator on the right of this one. And actually li. Basically the separators are going to have their own list item. Alright, so now for the product, we're going to say li and a class of product. And inside of here, we'll have a link. Okay, a link that goes nowhere. And that's going to wrap around the thumbnail. So image src, and this is going to be in the slide, I'm sorry, in the img folder, and then slides, and device imac thumb .png. Alright, and I'm going to give it an alt of thumbnail. Okay, so basically we want to copy this, grab that, and change the image names. Alright, let's see what that does. Okay, so it puts in our thumbnails. So that's basically it for the HTML. In the next video we will do our CSS, and we'll make it look like this.